In 1970, a wild, glitter-drenched revolution exploded across the music world, completely shattering traditional rock norms with outrageous fashion, theatrical performance, and unstoppable stadium hooks. Glam rock was officially born, turning underground rebellion into massive mainstream spectacles overnight. Against all media skepticism, broadcast censors, and conservative outrage, these 10 legendary tracks launched a brand new era of glitter, stomping platform boots, and immortal guitar riffs. But before we reveal this dazzling countdown of timeless classics, we have to ask a crucial question. Was song number 4's explosive studio recording that blew out mixing meters crazier than song number 10's bold refusal to create a radio edit? Watch closely as the stories unfold. Tell us your pick in the comments below, and let's dive straight into the countdown. Number 10, The Width of a Circle, David Bowie. In late 1970, David Bowie was desperately searching for a bold new sonic identity that would permanently rescue his career from one-hit wonder status following Space Oddity. Armed with minimal record label backing, mounting debt, and intense artistic pressure, Bowie teamed up with powerhouse guitarist Mick Ronson to record a groundbreaking 8-minute progressive glam masterpiece for the landmark album, The Man Who Sold the World. Just like you. Bowie tracked his theatrical vocals in a completely chaotic, unorganized studio environment, pushing his dramatic vocal range to its absolute limit while Ronson blasted heavily distorted guitar riffs through overloaded valve amplifiers. Lacking expensive sound effects equipment or synth units, Ronson relied on pure valve amp overdrive and theatrical playing techniques to create a massive, surreal audio landscape. Record company executives panicked upon hearing the final master tape, warning Bowie that an unedited 8-minute track featuring heavy avant-garde themes was completely unmarketable for mainstream commercial radio play. They practically begged him to cut the track in half for a radio-friendly single. Bowie fiercely refused to cut a single second of the song, insisting that true rock art should never be compromised for corporate airplay rules. The Width of a Circle laid the vital sonic blueprint for the entire glam rock movement, paving the way for Bowie's immortal Ziggy Stardust persona that continues to inspire millions of artists 56 years later in 2026. Number 9, Ride a White Swan, T.Rex. In early 1970, Mark Bolan was an obscure acoustic folk musician struggling in London's underground psychedelic scene, performing under the name Tyrannosaurus Rex. Facing complete radio apathy, low record sales, and total obscurity, Bolan took a massive professional gamble by dropping his acoustic setup, buying a cheap second-hand electric guitar, and plugging it into a small buzzing amplifier. He wrote Ride a White Swan in a tiny, cramped London apartment, blending cryptic mythological poetry with a driving, foot-stomping rhythm that felt entirely fresh. Sound engineers at the recording studio initially scoffed at the track's unusual hand claps, hand drum arrangements, and lack of a traditional drum kit, claiming it was far too simplistic and strange to ever become a hit. Unfazed by their skepticism, Bolan insisted on keeping the arrangement raw, energetic, and infectious, capturing the pure, unadulterated spirit of rock fun in under 2.5 minutes. When the record hit British airwaves, teenagers went wild for the hypnotic tempo and glittering guitar tone. Ride a White Swan skyrocketed into the UK top 3, officially triggering the unstoppable T.Rex mania across Europe and launching the global glam rock revolution that still echoes 56 years later in 2026. Number 8, After the Gold Rush, Neil Young. In 1970, Neil Young took an extraordinary artistic detour from traditional folk rock to experiment with theatrical, glam-adjacent piano textures and futuristic lyrical storytelling. Recording in a makeshift basement studio setup in his Topanga Canyon home, Young faced severe technical hurdles, including constant tape hiss, acoustics problems, and primitive recording gear. During a late-night session, he decided to play a vintage French horn alongside a hollow, upright piano, creating a deeply haunting, apocalyptic atmosphere. Record executives were completely baffled by the song's cryptic sci-fi imagery, describing flying motherships and environmental collapse, and expressed deep doubts about its commercial viability on pop radio. Young stood his ground, demanding the record label release the track exactly as recorded, without altering its unique sonic balance or stripping back its subtle acoustic instrumentals. After the Gold Rush became a massive cultural hit and a permanent classic, proving that haunting atmospheric storytelling and unconventional arrangements could dominate global music charts 56 years later in 2026. Number 7, Rock and Roll, Part 1, Gary Glitter. In 1970, Gary Glitter was an aging, unsuccessful pop singer on the brink of total obscurity, struggling to stay relevant in a rapidly changing music industry. Working alongside producer Mike Leander in a modest recording studio, he set out to create the ultimate stadium chant, driven almost entirely by pounding drums and heavily distorted guitar riffs. Lacking a full backing band during early recording sessions, Leander spent hours painstakingly overdubbing a single-floor tom drum dozens of times to build an impossibly massive, thunderous rhythm track that shook the studio floor. Glitter recorded minimal, repetitive vocal chants over the booming beat, deliberately discarding traditional verse-chorus song structures in favor of pure rhythmic adrenaline. Studio technicians doubted that a track composed mostly of drum overdubs and raw crowd chants could ever succeed on commercial radio, but Glitter insisted the energy was unmatched by anything on the market. Rock and Roll, Part 1 stormed global charts, becoming one of the most recognizable stadium anthems in sports and rock history, defining glam rock's raw, irresistible beat. Number 6, School's Out, Alice Cooper. In 1970, Alice Cooper and his band were notorious shock rock outsiders fighting for artistic respect in a deeply skeptical music industry. Desperate to craft a universal summer anthem that would unite teenagers worldwide, Cooper drew inspiration from the joyful sound of exploding school bells and childhood nostalgia. During intense studio sessions, visionary producer Bob Ezrin recruited a local school choir to sing the iconic chorus, blending innocent children's voices with heavy, theatrical glam rock guitar riffs. Studio technicians struggled immensely to balance the loud, abrasive guitar tones with the choir's delicate vocals, without distorting the master tape. When conservative radio programmers heard the rebellious lyrics celebrating the destruction of school property, several major radio stations outright banned the song, fearing it would incite nationwide teenage chaos and rebellion. Well, we got no class. School's Out shattered chart records worldwide, reaching number 1 in the UK and catapulting Alice Cooper into legendary stadium superstardom that endures 56 years later in 2026. If these wild glam rock origins bring back the electric nostalgia of classic 1970 vinyl records, smash that subscribe button right now. Number 5, Lola, the Kinks. In early 1970, British rock legends the Kinks were suffering from severe financial strain, legal battles, and a crippling American touring ban that had nearly destroyed their career. Lead singer Ray Davies wrote Lola as a witty, theatrical glam narrative detailing a humorous night out in a Soho nightclub. During final mastering in London, the BBC hit the track with a strict broadcast ban due to a single line referencing a commercial brand name, Coca-Cola, violating strict British public broadcast product placement rules. Facing total radio exclusion and commercial disaster, Davies was forced to interrupt a grueling international tour, flying over 6,000 miles back to London overnight just to re-record a single word, changing Coca-Cola to Cherry Cola. The band worked continuously through the night to replace the vocals and meet tight radio deadline rules. Lola became a monumental global smash hit, saving the Kinks from bankruptcy and cementing their reputation as masters of sharp, theatrical rock storytelling. Number 4, Immigrant Song, Led Zeppelin. In mid-1970, Led Zeppelin traveled to Reykjavik, Iceland for a concert, where unexpected political strikes nearly canceled their entire performance. Deeply inspired by the dramatic, icy northern landscape and the overwhelming warmth of local fans, Robert Plant and Jimmy Page crafted a ferocious, theatrical hard glam masterpiece packed with mythological Viking imagery and soaring vocal shrieks. Recording at Island Studios, Jimmy Page experimented with an aggressive echo unit on his guitar to create an unrelenting machine gun rhythm pattern. Audio engineers warned that Plant's falsetto howls were far too aggressive and loud for standard radio compression. Risking audio clipping and distortion on broadcast equipment. Page ignored their technical concerns completely, intentionally pushing the studio recording meters deep into the red zone to capture the raw, explosive power of their live performance. Immigrant Song stormed into the US Top 15, becoming a defining high-octane classic whose iconic riff continues to echo across modern cinema and stadium rock 56 years later in 2026. Number 3, All the Young Dudes, Mott the Hoople. By late 1970, British rock band Mott the Hoople was on the absolute verge of breaking up after years of commercial failure, empty concert venues, and overwhelming exhaustion. In a dramatic act of legendary artistic generosity, David Bowie stepped in to save his favorite group from disbanding, offering them a brand new song he had just written. Sitting cross-legged on an office floor in London, Bowie played All the Young Dudes on an acoustic guitar for lead singer Ian Hunter. Hunter instantly realized the track was an extraordinary glam rock anthem capable of uniting an entire generation of disaffected youth. During recording sessions, producer Bowie layered lush backing vocals, soaring guitar hooks, and sweeping saxophone lines to elevate the song's grand, theatrical finale. All the Young Dudes shot straight to number 3 on the UK charts, becoming the ultimate defining anthem of the entire glam rock movement and inspiring generations of musicians. Number 2, Virginia Plain, Roxy Music. In 1970, Brian Ferry and Roxy Music were an obscure art school group experimenting with bizarre futuristic fashion, vintage synthesizers, and theatrical glam aesthetics. Lacking traditional studio experience, synthesizer wizard Brian Eno utilized primitive electronic noise generators to create alien soundscapes beneath Ferry's suave, lounge lizard vocals. When recording Virginia Plain, the band didn't even have a permanent bass guitar player, forcing them to hire a random session musician at the last possible minute to play over the track. Uniquely, the song featured no traditional chorus, relying entirely on shifting rhythms, booming oboe solos, and eccentric electronic transitions that defied standard pop radio formatting. Record labels initially thought the arrangement was far too bizarre and eccentric for top pop charts, but Roxy Music refused to simplify their artistic vision. Virginia Plain exploded onto the UK charts at number 4 without prior radio promotion, revolutionizing art glam fashion and establishing Roxy Music as visionary pop pioneers. Number 1, Get It On, Bang a Gong, T.Rex. By late 1970, Mark Bolan and T.Rex were spearheading a massive cultural phenomenon in Britain that rivaled the frantic excitement of Beatles mania a decade earlier. Desperate to create a massive crossover hit for American audiences, Bolan brought in King Crimson saxophonist Ian MacDonald and legendary keyboardist Rick Wakeman for a high-powered, high-energy recording session. During production, legendary producer Tony Visconti stacked sweeping orchestral string sections over Bolan's simple foot-stomping guitar riff, creating a dense, sparkling glam wall of sound. When audio engineers warned that mixing classical strings with heavy distorted guitars would sound muddy and unplayable on radio speakers, Visconti used innovative equalization tricks to make every instrument shine like diamonds. The resulting track was an irresistible mix of raw rock energy and glittering pop production. Get It On became a massive international multi-platinum hit, selling millions of copies worldwide and standing 56 years later in 2026 as the undisputed ultimate anthem of the 1970 glam rock explosion. These 10 anthems didn't just top the global charts, they redefined music culture forever. But now we want to hear directly from you. Which track holds the ultimate spot in your rock and roll heart? Was it number 4's explosive mythic energy, or number 10's bold 8-minute masterpiece? Drop your choice in the comments below. Hit subscribe to join our classic rock community and keep the timeless spirit of rock alive.